Okay. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Hope everything's going well with you guys. Um, so yesterday, I think technically, The Outer Worlds came out, which is a new sci-fi RPG from Obsidian. Uh, those guys who've been making RPGs for a very long time. Um, so I was excited to check it out when eventually I had the time and the cash flow to pick it up. However, it's free on Xbox Game Pass, and since I have that, figured I'd give it a shot. So I played the first about 20 minutes, half an hour yesterday just to sort of make sure it would work, but other than that, I'm running this blind. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the game, shall we? Alright, so here we are at the title screen. Like I said, I played the first half an hour or so of the game. I didn't bother to save, and then I went and deleted my saves after the fact. Um, so yeah, it's in windowed full screen. I mean, this is just the options menu. You all know what to expect here, I guess. I already sort of adjusted the audio, turning the effects and music and stuff down a bit so that it's not so loud. I think I'm gonna go ahead and kick the music up a couple notches. Because it actually, from what I've heard, sounds pretty good. Key bindings, gameplay, UI. It's got all the stuff you'd want to have in a menu for a game on PC, typically. Stuff about quest updates and notifications, which is cool. Under gameplay, you can choose whether or not to have your helmet. They've got a pretty expansive, from the look of things, field of view slider. You can edit your key bindings, adjust the sensitivity, invert the axis, mess with the button layouts, audio, yeah, all the stuff you want. And graphics, detect graphic settings, everything right now is set at very high for me, which I'm actually kind of surprised about. They also, the right text box provides some useful info, which is nice. So, that's enough babbling about that. Let's go ahead and get into it. There's 4 difficulties. Easy mode. I like how this has become a thing now. This is not the only game that I've seen do this. Easy mode is now story mode. Where they reduce the damage enemies do and how much it takes to put them down, so you can just enjoy the story. But then we have normal, hard, which is your sort of standard hard. Enemies have more health and do more damage. And then they have supernova mode, which I will not be playing on. But you can see it adds a lot of stuff. So you can switch difficulty mid-game, but you can't switch out of supernova and then back to supernova. You can't switch to supernova at any point during the game. Enemies have more health and deal more damage. You have to eat, drink, and sleep to survive, kind of like that thing they did in New Vegas. Companions can die permanently. Crippled body and limb conditions can only be healed with bed rest. Weapons and armor work very poorly at 0 durability. You can only fast travel to your ship. You can only sleep inside your ship. You can only manually save while inside your ship. And autosaves are limited. So it's a pretty intense hard mode from the sound of things. I don't know how bad like the lack of being able to save or the fast travel and sleep stuff would impact me, but I'm playing on normal. All the subtitles are on. I'm going to shut up now while it introduces itself.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon Colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
All right, so that's our little intro, I guess. I don't know. I'm a sucker for that sort of dumb humor where somebody hits a button and it doesn't work, and then they just keep mashing it until it does. I don't know why that always gets me, but it always makes me chuckle. Anyway, here's the character creation screen. I really, really like the way they do this. You have 6 stats: strength, dexterity, intelligence, perception, charm, and temperament, broken up into 3 sort of categories: body, mind, and personality. Each one of these stats affects a number of different skills and also has an impact on other stuff, like strength affects one-handed melee, two-handed melee, heavy weapons, block, inspiration, and intimidate, and then your melee damage and your carrying capacity. So it affects all the sort of stuff you'd expect it to. Dexterity affects handguns, dodge, sneak, lockpick, and then your attack speed. Intelligence is long guns, persuade, hack, medical, and crit damage. Perception is handguns, long guns, engineering, and extra headshot / weak spot damage. Charm is companion ability refresh, positive faction reputation reactions, and negative faction reputation reactions. And then I like that there is persuade, lie, and intimidate. They've differentiated the 3. And then temperament gives you health regen and also increases stuff like lie, sneak, determination, two-handed melee. So I want to boost my charm up because I like to play the talker in these games. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to reduce them all. The way it works, you get 6 points. If you reduce it below average, you get a point back. If you reduce it, or if you increase it above average, there are 3 ranks, and each rank costs a point. So I'm going to reduce everything to below average because our buddy here actually says stuff when you do that.
I hope you're ready to shoulder a burden, friend.
And if you watch the mechanical claw in the background, it will actually change which pod it's going to every time you change your stats.
Nerve damage in your extremities. You're easily brainwashed.
Glad I found you before the board did.
Nothing for that one.
Some people are rough around the edges. You're serrated.
I bet you could thaw yourself with sheer rage.
Right. So yeah, he has little quotes about each of those things when they go down low enough. I think he has more than one as well, because when I was messing with this earlier, he had several quotes. But you could also see that the points went down every time I did that. So I'm going to raise my charm.
I wonder if you've ever considered a career in pictures.
And when you raise it very high, to the highest tier you can raise it, he also says something there. If you raise it 1 or 2, he doesn't. But if you raise it by a full bar, then he will say stuff there. I think this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to keep basically everything at average. I'm not trying to optimize or min-max. I want my charm to be high. Long guns are probably what I'm going to try and use. Rifles. Not much of a melee guy in these kinds of games. I want engineering. I want lockpick. I want hack, medical, science, persuade. All the stuff that I want is there. I get a boost to crit damage. I get an extra boost to headshot damage. And then I have a lot of bonuses for reputation and stuff. So that's attributes. I like that. I like this. I really like the character creation in this game. I'm going to rave about the character creation for a little while until I find out that it's flawed and I hate it. But until that point, I really like the character creation in this game. Once you've done that, then you go to skills. Now, skills, just like the attributes, are broken up into categories. What you're doing is not picking individual skills, but picking the entire category, and that will increase all of them by, I think, 15. So naturally, we're going to take dialogue.
If we're ever captured,
by 10.
I'll let you do the talking.
And if you roll over individual skills, you can see that it has an actual tree, and it tells you what you unlock at each rank. And I'm pretty sure for everything, it's every 20 levels you get something new. 20, 40, 60, 80, 10. Or 80, 100. So, yeah, it's worth grabbing for that, I guess. Or you can see what you're going to get anyway. So, like, long guns, in 4 more points, I unlock TTD location hit effects. Don't know what that means, but I'd unlock it. For having 31 Persuade, I get Cower. Humans have a 20% chance to cower in fear for 3 seconds after the first time you hit them. For Lie, I get Scramble. 15% chance auto mechanicals will slowly attack other enemies instead of you for 10 seconds. And then Terrify, 20% chance creatures will become terrified and flee for 10 seconds after you kill one. So, I like that the dialogue abilities not only do the usual dialogue things, like, I happen to know that there are dialogue options where it'll say, oh, you can use Persuade, or Lie, or Intimidate if your skill is high enough in this area. But they also affect gameplay outside of that. They affect combat, which I think is cool. I'm also going to take Tech.
A fellow tinkerer.
I think, which will give me Tinker, improve your weapons and armor in the workbench. Awesome. I have 1 left before I get medical, which unlock the second drug mixing slot for the inhaler. Don't really know what that does. And then I have field repair weapons and armor in the inventory, which I knew that I wanted to have at least 20 in engineering, because when I was playing it before, I realized I couldn't field repair my shit, and that was frustrating to me. It also shows you what else you get from it. So for having... These don't give me anything, but here I get 18.2% boost to heal amount, 9% effect duration boost, a boost to plasma and shock damage, plus an increase to science weapons effect, and then I don't get anything for engineering. But I like the system. I like the way they have this set up. Once you've got that done, then you move into aptitude. This is the final spot where you pick bonuses for yourself. And what you do is you tell the game what you did before this. So no discernible aptitude gives you +1 determination. I'm going to hover on these each for a moment so you can read the text if you want, but I'm not going to read them all out because that's a lot of reading. Okay, so those are all of our options. They all give you just like a +1 to something, or like a small boost to an ability. For whatever reason, the video just doesn't want to work right now. Okay, I'm gonna take +1 to persuade.
Good. I might require you to push a few buttons.
And then we get to appearance. It does have a randomized button, and the randomized button is pretty interesting. It will give you a wide range of stuff. It also randomizes the gender. And the game doesn't restrict anything from gender to gender. So you can be a woman with a beard, or a guy with a girly haircut, I guess. But we're gonna make a dude. It's got this sort of, you know, general selection of guys, of stuff, thing going for it, and then once you've selected all that stuff, then there are refinable options down below. We'll go with that one. Decent range of skin tones. And then there's all of these things here. Holy crap, there are so many things here. Okay, let's poke around a bit, I guess. That is an extreme tilt that they get going there. Okay, cool. That'll work, I guess. Tons of hairstyles. Can I change eye color anywhere? Is that an option? Oh yeah, it's right here. I just completely missed it. Lots of options for eye color. Some kind of extreme ones. Yeah, that's good. All right. Hair. 30 styles to cycle through. What's going on? Oh, okay. Like a frazzled sweat back thing. There are so many options. Okay, yeah, that works. I need to make his face longer. Sorry. I'm looking at him, I'm like, his head needs to be longer. I don't know if that's something I can actually... do that, and can bring his mouth down a bit further. Yeah, that works. Alright. Eyebrow style. Wow, multiple different unibrows even. Facial hair. Get some good chops, some good stash action. I assume that these are all the same color options as... Somebody's having fun out there. Lots of makeup options. Oh, okay. That's kind of a bummer, I guess, is that if you want to have, like... facial features, like scarring or freckles, it will preclude you from having any makeup. Lots of cut options, bloody faces. Whoops. Lots of dirt options. I always like a little bit of dirt, because I think it adds a bit of texture, a bit of realism to the character, especially if we're supposed to be out, you know, exploring the world and stuff. Lots of fun options for scars as well. Change them up a little bit. Alright, I think that looks pretty decent. That'll do for right now anyway. Now that we've done that, it's time to enter a name. And then we can see our summary of everything that we have going on here. I thought there was something that I had that was at like 19. So it was just a hair away from getting me something, but I guess not. And of course you can back up and change stuff wherever you'd like. But I think that'll be fine.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 9%. Skip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Yeah, I don't care if that's just going to be a dumb recurring gag with him. It's going to make me chuckle every time. Chairman Rockwell raises a glass to our lost brothers and sisters. That's a snazzy coat.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Yeesh.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
So, last time I did this, I held enter to skip that cutscene because I knew I was going to be doing it again anyway. And it just, like, spits you out of the ship and then it immediately starts that line of dialogue about, is that him? But I didn't realize it didn't direct my camera, so I had no idea who he was talking about. You got no legs there, buddy. But just like most of these kinds of games, there's a stealth element. As long as you're tucked away in tall grass or something, nothing can see you. Or not nothing anyway, but your stealth is much better if you're tucked away in tall grass or something. Yeah. You get this nice big indicator on the screen when you're in stealth.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Gotta chug from my inhaler.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Ah, see, so since I have a high enough medical skill, I can offer him some help.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Okay. Now I have a gun. I guess, theoretically, if I wanted to, I could shoot this guy, but that seems like it would be mean. So I'm not gonna do that. I will, however, loot the shit out of his campsite.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Tactical time dilation. Ah, that's what TTD means. Okay. So pressing the tactical time dilation button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving in attacks drain it faster. Cool. So if I hit Q, yep, I go into slow-mo. Oh, and it's a toggle. Cool, so I don't have to hold it. That's good to know. Getting some goodies. It's like I is inventory. Oop. Okay. So, I guess picking locks in this is now just a matter of having the requisite supplies and then doing it. There's no mini game that comes with it anymore. Which honestly, I'm perfectly fine with. Anyway, I'm gonna loot this person, and then I'm gonna check my inventory because I definitely just got some stuff. Weapon management. 4 weapons equipped at a time. And this is just an inventory screen. Yeah, alright, I guess I'll equip that there. So you can see the DPS on it. That's cool. If I inspect it, it gives me a fuck ton of info about the gun. Which is nice. It's cool that I get all that detail, and then I can look at the models, which are pretty cool. Got some nice reflection going on. Same thing with the saber. I can also look at the saber if I want. And it gives us all this info over here. Armor management. So I got a rebuilt mining gear. That's 4 armor instead of 3. Boosts my stealth skills by +5. Just boosts my tech skills by +5. Then I have piecemeal mining helmet. Gives me 4 armor. And one-handed melee +5. Let's see. So what? This boosts stealth skills, this boosts tech skills. So what technically are my tech skills? That's these ones. Okay, so these would all go down by 5. So this would go down to 19. Ha! So I did have a skill that was only at 19, but then it got boosted by my outfit. It's interesting that the adjusted skill value doesn't unlock stuff for you. It has to actually be that level on base. That's kind of nifty. I don't know if nifty is the right word, but that's interesting anyway. So equipping this won't remove my ability to use certain skills. It's only 1 extra armor, though. I mean, I do look more like a local now, I guess. Not that that's necessarily going to help at all. Okay. Ah, I see. So I can put other things in here to increase the effectiveness of the inhaler when I use it. Lots of stuff. This game does have encumbrance. I've got 13 out of 80 slots filled right now, or 13 out of 80 encumbrance, I guess. I've got 5 mag picks, which are the lock picks in this game. And then, of course, there's a journal with a very long codex, which has all sorts of crap in it. I'm just going to mark all the stuff that I've done just to clear the star. I'm sure I'll learn about all this other stuff eventually. Okay. So I have enough that I could open this, and it would leave me with 2 extra. Cool. I get a staff. Alright, cool. I actually knew that's what was in there before. Apparently it's weaker than the saber, so I will probably not use that really. But I can quick switch through my weapons with the mouse wheel. That's nice. I guess it's with melee, it's just attack with left and block with right. Fairly standard melee combat controls for this kind of game.
No! Get away! Out of the pond! No! Get away! Ah!
Oh, hi. Whoa, Jesus. I was not expecting the one with the sword to just explode into chunks when I killed him. Where is there now? Limbless corpse. Yep, there it is. Jeez. Fairly impressive level of carnage from a teeny tiny pistol. Okay. See, I don't think I really got anything new there. Got another sentry saber. Ooh. And some more rebuilt mining gear, which I guess, theoretically, yeah, I could repair this. But I need 7 armor parts. Okay, I can break down stuff I'm not using, though. Or add to junk. Why does this one have a higher sell value? It's got a little gem next to it, which I guess means it's like higher quality maybe, but the damage and everything is the same. So, interesting. Okay, cool. Also, yeah, it has a nice compare option in the game. I appreciate that too. Melee attacks and blocking, weapon switching. Alright, so I have the stuff I could break down the gear I'm not using, and I might start doing that eventually. We'll see how the game goes, I guess, and how important that becomes. Oh, these guys are friendlies. So, full disclosure, last time I played this, I got onto the ship, and that was about as far as I made it before I said, okay, I'm going to stop. It seems like it works. Let's do other stuff.
Talk to the lieutenant. She's certified in customer service.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he?
He said he shouldn't take help from strangers, right?
Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Well, lots of options here.
Sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Here, here. Bring me that laminated report. Mostly I'm just trying to keep track of where everybody dies so I can get the loot.
I just earned a fine bonus.
Waste of company ammo.
Papa. One of these days, one of these games is going to come out and have a system where you can just ping dead bodies. And just, like, hit a button and immediately find every dead body in the area. So I know that, like, ARPGs, like the Diablos and stuff, have something like that, where if you hold down Alt, you'll see all the lootable objects. But I haven't found a game like this that's implemented that yet.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably will.
Not just anyone is chosen to enforce landing regulations, you know? I had to fill out 4 whole forms.
Damn. You're a regular hero, Kimball. Alright, let's check the inventory. I got another gun. It's the same as the last one. This one is not considered fancy and valuable, so it's just exactly the same, essentially. And then I got more of the same other stuff here. Yep. Alright, cool.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
I need one more of those doodads. Ooh.
Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities, including the cargo hold's workbench.
One of my weapons or armor items is broken. Oh, this one. Okay. The tossball stick's in bad shape. The shotgun is at very low condition. Interesting. That's probably why they give you weapon parts there, because they want you to go to the bench and repair it there. Okay, cool. So stuff that's crap I can just flag as crap. Okay. So modify. I can install mods. Okay, cool. Tanker, what does that do? Bits. Oh, okay, it raises the damage. Oh, nifty. Alright, so I can just give a straight damage upgrade if I have enough bits. What about for armor? Same kind of deal. Armor. Four different mod options there. That's cool. Okay. Oh, I need 2 more weapon parts. Repair the shotgun. I'll break it down. I'd rather fix my stuff. Alright, cool. Got a fully working shotgun now. Got a robot lady who keeps yelling at me.
Marauder, please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value.
Hi.
All doors are on security lockdown. Nice try, Marauder.
I kind of hope that, because I'm sure I'm going to eventually meet the AI that's taunting me here. I kind of hope that our relationship is such that she never stops calling me Marauder. And that's just who we are.
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
Alright, we're back where we started.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Hi, Ada.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to reject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Hey, leveled up. Hi, Auntie Cleo. Okay. So I get 10 points to add to whatever I want. And as it said, I can add them to the whole thing. Am I allowed to add them to individual stuff yet? No, I have to pick the whole category. Alright, so let's work on dialogue. Let's add the tech. That gives us the 20 there. Alright, so let's see. I'm thinking maybe 3 to dialogue, 3 to tech, and then 2 each to stealth and ranged, at least for right now. And that should kind of keep me semi-comfortable at where I want to be at the moment. Yeah, I unlocked a combat dialogue skill. I don't know which one it was, but I did, apparently. Cool, and then I have a perk. Okay. Base health, TTD, damage when solo, walk speed. That sounds like one that's worth taking right away. Sprint speed. That's a good one. Decreased weapon and armor durability loss. Crit chance, armory. Doubles vendor supplies and some stuff. More carrying capacity. Recharge. Fast travel when encumbered. There's a bunch of these that actually sound useful. Walk speed would be good. Sprint speed would be good. Carrying capacity would probably be good. Durability loss, that would be good. I think I'm going to take this because I feel like that's going to be useful at the beginning. When I don't have as many supplies to repair stuff. And then I can start taking the other stuff as we move along. Yeah, and I'm still not sure what combat ability it was that I unlocked, unless they're just talking about the ones that were already here for my dialogue skills. Anyway. Cool. Well, we are Captain Hawthorne. And I guess we got a job to do.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Just to go out there and find a thing. I got a gun now. A shotgun.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I'd report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Yep, okay. Well, off we go. Trudge, 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 trudge. I'm being stealthy so I can get up real close with my shotgun. Can't wait till I get an actual pistol. Or not pistol, an actual rifle. It's worth a damn. Let's see. Alright, so now I have 3 of these pistols. Does this use... Yeah, it uses the light. Okay. Oh, okay. So if I shoot something and the damage floats down, switch to a different weapon. Or try attacking it in a different way, I guess. This is a really good looking game. I just want to kind of throw that out there while I'm thinking about it. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. That's fucking cool looking. That, yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Well, I think we found Edgewater. I think I might actually get to the entrance of Edgewater here and then call it for the day. I'm enjoying this game. I want to keep going with it. I think this is going to be what I start playing on Wednesdays now.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Since I finished Castlevania.
Running around in a marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea. It's in poor taste. Dressing up like a marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by them. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices. I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas, junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge. Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know? 4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds. Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
All right. So here we are with a new quest to help out Silas, dealing with people not paying for graves. What is that? And we're standing here now at the edge of Edgewater. Seems like a decent place to call it for the night. So let's do a quick run through. See if we're missing anything in here. Just that. Look at quests. So we have Stranger in a Strange Land, that's our main task, and then we have a small grave matter, which requires me to collect gravesite fees from all these people. This type, location. Okay, cool. I also like that there's a botched option in the quest log, which tells me that eventually you can just mess up quests. That's fun. Alright, now we'll go ahead and save. And yeah, thanks for coming out. I will see you guys, I guess, on Wednesday when we do this all again. Later.